Hi everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on boosting QA speed and quality with BrowserStack's AI testing. In today's session, we will be discussing how we are transforming test management with AI. Before that, quick introduction about myself. I'm Supratim. I'm from the product growth team here at BrowserStack, and I take care of the GTM initiatives for the test management product. Today, we have with us Rahul from the product team. Hey, Rahul, can you quickly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, nice to meet you all here. I'm a group product manager at BrowserStack, and I lead the test management product line. I'm really looking forward to take you through what we are doing in the AI line, and this which has been major part of my role here. Uh, and yeah, looking forward.
Cool. Thank you, Rahul. Before we get started, couple of housekeeping items. Today's session will run around for 60 minutes. All the participants will be muted so that the speakers can present without any interruption. We will have a dedicated 15 minutes of Q&A at the end. In case you have any question, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A window that you see below. And the session is getting recorded, and the recording will be made available to all the attendees after the webinar ends. At BrowserStack, we have reimagined the entire test management space, right, by analyzing how QA teams truly operate, uncovering gaps across their workflows, and rebuilding test management from the ground up. And the outcome has been a category redefining AI powered test management platform that goes far beyond just storing test cases. It's all about, accelerating the entire testing lifecycle for the user. We have reimagined test management with best-in-class AI agents for test planning, creation, execution, validation, and maintenance.
Thank you very much, Supratim. So, hi guys. Um, we have been talking about, and the world has been talking about how AI is reshaping the entire way of how software is built. And it's been about 3 to 4 years that the entire revolution it has spread across the world in various industries, and this disruption is very much real. And I guess our industry where we have ensuring the quality of the software to be much more better and better, this is not going to be untouched. And it is very much crucial that AI is used as much as possible to increase the productivity and the accuracy of how softwares are tested and shipped in a very seamless fashion. Um, Over the past 3, 4 years, we have seen that most of the industries, and as primarily customer support, has shifted in a very nice way. BrowserStack has envisioned and taken it up that we as a company would want to envision to have at least to increase 50% of the productivity of our QAs. We are using our tools to increase their productivity and enhance their entire testing experience uh, while using BrowserStack. Um, and if you would have seen how the entire agentic AI has developed, it's all started with machine learning and then deep learning. While the entire gambit of generative AI has come in, and you could see that the intelligence of the AI has been increasing really fast, the speed of responses has been really fast, and the cost have pretty much fallen down. This is absolutely a very right time for us to build great AI flows onto the entire software testing solutions and translate the entire journey of testing into an AI first mode. And that is exactly where we envision our products to be doing in the next few years. Next slide, please. So, if we actually see the entire testing journey of how QAs have been testing software over the past few years, it all started with manual testing. And then we moved on to automated testing. But as this graph explains, we have seen a sharp increase in the test coverage and decrease of the entire test cycle timing once we have moved into the AI assisted testing. This has been proved very well with the data that our clients have been using over the past few months. once we introduced our first AI agent, which is the test case generation agent. We will be talking about how this has helped various of our clients. But before that, we would also want to talk about what is the vision of our AI roadmap and how we would want to help our testers in their entire work life cycle. Next slide, Suprita. So let me actually break down the entire testing workflow of each of the testers right now here. First, you guys do test planning, and then you go about doing the test creation. Then there is test execution, and then there is test validation, and there is a generic test maintenance cycle. The entire AI agents roadmap or the vision of BrowserStack has been parallelly done in all these workflows. One, we were coming up with a test planning agent, which will help you create your plans for each of your test cycles. The second one is about test case generator agent and a low code automating agent and a test data generator agent. We will talk deeper into three of these agents in our next slide, but it's primarily helps you create much better test cases, having much more coverage, and also providing you a very good low code automated test also. The fourth agent that we would be coming up is the test selection agent. It helps you select the right tests to perform your testing, and helps you in actually planning your test execution in a right manner. The fifth agent is the test failure analysis agent. This is an enhanced version of our test reporting and analysis agent, which helps you understand how your entire testing has been done over the past few time periods on all the tests that you're doing. And the last agent, which is really important, is the test maintenance and the test maintenance agent. It is one of the most ambitious agents that we are building here at BrowserStack, and this is something that primarily I am really excited about. As we are talking, our team is building a test deduplication agent. By the word itself, you will understand that we would want to reduce the number of tests or duplicate tests that you have created into your entire test portfolio, so that you would not be having a huge set of tests and messed up with dealing with the duplicate test cases. And the test case, and as we are doing this, our team is brainstorming on how to build effective test maintenance agent. And this is about yesterday or day before, where our team was thinking about how can we auto update each of the test cases that you would have created over time. And based on the updates on the PRD, how can we actually update the tests automatically so that you would not have to worry to go through the entire test flow of creating test cases from the scratch. Let me actually deep dive into a few of the test case agencies that we have actually built, agents that we have actually built. The first thing that we would want to go through is the test case generator. This has been our uh, first agent that we have built. We would actually, by the end of this session, we would actually take you through the demo of our test case generator. But let me give you a very quick brief on how we went about solving this and building this product. So let us say prior to this test case generator agent, how did the actual QAs go about building the test cases? They understood the entire context of what the product is about, the entire flow of it, trying to get as much context as much possible, then going about each and edge case, each and every flow, edge cases that needs to be covered, and then keep refining the test cases, and then structure the test cases in a much more simpler manner so that you could perform these test cases as much as possible. And this is just the test case generation part of it. This is exactly what we tried building, and we tried to see how we could use AI to help the QA in a much more impactful manner so that they don't do all these repeated steps. So one of the first step that we did is the input collection. Today, currently, if you see the entire flow, our AI test case generator agent helps you collect all the aspects of the product requirement. It could be a PDF in the format of PDF or Excel or a CSV. You could give the entire PRD of the product that you are testing. We also take into context through your Jira stories. Our integration tool helps very easily integrate your Jira with a test management tool. And we take the entire context of the product requirements through the Jira stories. You could upload images, you could upload the entire Confluence where you have actually written down your entire product requirements so that the AI easily understands and helps to collect all the context from all these documents. Currently, we support these particular formats, but we are also getting into uploading the Figma files, and soon that will be released. Figma files and also other formats also that is possible. So the first step becomes the input collection. Then the second step becomes the context development. So AI, which we have pre-trained a lot with different kinds of prospects, which could be the industry that you are working, the best practices that are followed in the industry, different kind of product flows, everything. We have trained the agent in such a way that they use your data to best come up with the best test cases possible for that particular PRD that you are uploading. So once the contextual understanding is done by the AI agent, then comes the part of the conversational refinement. It is very much possible that you would want to add some more nuances other than the input context that you have actually given through PRDs or images and conferences in the Jira document. You would want to be test cases in a particular structural function. It could be that you would want to have in n number of steps or in this particular fashion, in a modular fashion, or in a file, in a folder structure that has been so that you could use this output in a particular way that you would want. The conversational refinement helps you structure the cases in a way that you would want to, and output could be exactly in the way that you have defined. The fourth one and the step is the multi-layer output. We want the test suite to be saved at once it is generated and reused whenever possible. Next slide, Suprita. Yeah, we would show you the demo of the test case generator agent at the end of this slide, end of this PPT, so that you could go through the exact flow. And the QA session is something that you can ask if you have more doubts on the test case generator. The second agent that will be rolling out to the general public soon, we are in the alpha stage of it. We have rolled out it to few of our clients, is the test deduplication agents. One of the most of the complaints that you have received is that the humongous size of uh, test folders or test cases that eventually a team collects over a period of time. Because of because of the laborious steps and the lot of file sizes that have, it becomes really tiring for somebody to maintain these folders up to date and not to have repeated tests to be created. Our test deduplication agent's primary agenda is to remove the headache of this tiring job that you need to do so that you maintain an up-to-date test suite for your entire test cases. So these deduplication test agent does not allow you to create a test again and again. And once you start creating a test, it helps you with already existing test recommendations so that you need not write the test cases again. Let us say you have about 100 test cases already with yours, and there are 20 to 30 cases which are duplicate test cases, and you want to refine the test cases to bring it back to 70. The deduplication agent helps you go through all those 100 cases and prompts wherever the test cases are very repetitive in nature. And it helps you to decide whether you want to keep that in the test portfolio or remove it out of the suite. Apart from that, it also help you while you do your migration from one particular set to the other set of tools. Let us say that you want to migrate a particular test set of test cases from one particular project folder to another project folder. And in this process, when you're updating the entire test cases, you do not want to keep all the repetitive tests, that so that your entire execution is done in such a way that you don't have to repeat the test, or your team does not have to repeat all the tests. And the distribution of this test case responsibilities are done in a very seamless fashion. Test deduplication agent helps you out sort this process in a very seamless manner. The third agent, which is live right now and a lot of customers have been using, is a load code authorizing agent. So imagine you have a lot of test cases already generated. It could be manually that you have done over time, or you have already saved these test cases in the past, or you would have done it through the AI agent, the test case generator AI agent that we have developed. What is the next step that you want to do? Is you want to basically automate all these steps. The low code automating agent basically makes this entire step very seamless. It takes all these test cases, translates completely into a code so that you can swiftly start automating your entire test cases. Next slide, please. So here is a rough estimation to you guys to see how uh, our agents are solving the problem in terms of accuracy, coverage, and also the time taken for that. So a QA spends a lot of time in creating these test cases. I should say a lot of you who would have been using ChatGPT would have used you would have used for creating test cases, but ChatGPT's responses are not pretty much fast, or does not have the entire context of the industry that you're working in, or it cannot take a multi-context of the Jira project or the Confluence integration or any other formats. BrowserStack today helps you create test cases in less than a minute, and with an accuracy and coverage of 92% or 91% of accuracy. Our North Star is to bring this time much less than 10 seconds. We could achieve to the time to create is somewhat about 50 seconds kind of a thing, but our North Star is somewhere to do this with less than 10 seconds, and to come up with in a multi-folder format so that this entire test suite can be used in a much better fashion. And the coverage that we would want to achieve is somewhere about 98%. We are we are at an accuracy of 91% today. There are instances where we have an accuracy of 96 to 97% also, but we want on an average that our accuracy beats to 97% overall. So what actually happens if the test case generator achieves these particular things? As I told, one of the major personal ambition has always been about the test case maintenance agent. Maintenance has always been a very big headache for a lot of QAs. When I have done all the interviews for most of our clients and the QA friends that are working in various companies across the world, test case maintenance has been a very big headache. They say it becomes really tedious to update the test cases that they have generated a few months back or a year back, and they would have to again get the context, understand what is the changes that they have made, go through the test cases that they have written, and then add them. Imagine that the AI agent, which has also generated the test cases, can help you maintain and come up with the adjustments that are required by giving the additional test cases that needs to be added, understanding the previous context. That would be a great thing to be solving, and we are currently solving on that particular aspect. Next slide, please. So while these conversations happened with most of the clients, and it is very pretty much obvious that a lot of clients, and especially from the enterprise world, would have this concern about privacy and security. Let me assure you, on behalf of the Browser Stack, we are a privacy first company, and across the AI agents that we are building and the platform that we are building, your data is going to be fully private and secure. We do not use it to train or any other third party model that we are using, and we do not cross over your data for training any other different customers. There is no PII or account related data that is shared to any third party AI tools or to any other agents that we use for. One of the things that we are really proud about is how we have trained our AI to use your data to answer the questions or the flows that you want to build or the test cases, and help only for the aspect of building those test cases. Okay. The second aspect that you would have to remember is that you are in full control of your particular data. A customer or at a group ID level can also choose to deactivate the AI features at any given point of time. You are in full control of the data, and you can choose where you want to use these features, which agent you want to use, and which cases you do not want to use. The admin will very easily control each of this thing. At any given point of time, they can decide to switch off this flag of any of the AI agents. Uh, the third aspect is the transparency and accountability. Our document covers each and every AI feature of our AI agents and our over total platform in depth. Brow we at BrowserStack use third-party AI tools. In the documentation, it is very clearly mentioned what are the third-party AI tools that we use. And you have every right to know what kind of a partnership is that, and please be assured that your data is only being trained to answer your particular queries in the every agentic flow that you're building, and no other aspect across browser stack. Can we move to the next slide? Cool. So Pratim will take you through the demo of our test case generator agent. I would love to answer your questions at the end of this thing. Post this demo video. We would also want you to go through one of our client video. Caris has been a very good partner and has been helping us to shape this AI agent in with its valuable feedback. So we would want to understand how they have been using our AI tools and helping their entire testing journey. Over to you, Supratim.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Rahul. That was a pretty interesting overview of how one can use AI to, transform their test management process. Before we get into the demo, we will be launching a quick poll around if you are interested or want to evaluate the BrowserStack AI powered test management solution. You can respond to this poll, and we will get in touch with you to build a custom POC based on your needs. We will keep this poll for a couple of more seconds. So please do respond to this poll, and our team would reach out to you as soon as possible. All right. We will now watch the demo of the test case generator agent, one of the agent that Rahul gave us an overview. So
writing effective test cases is the backbone of QA, but it can be a tedious process. Teams spend countless hours interpreting vague inputs, uncovering edge cases, and manually crafting detailed test scenarios. What makes it even more challenging is the chaos of fragmented requirements, scattered across Jira tickets, Confluence pages, PDFs, Figma designs, screenshots, and even Slack threads, creating confusion, missed scenarios, and painful delays. Introducing BrowserStack's AI-powered test case generator agent that analyzes product requirements and instantly generates context-rich test cases while auto-filling key test case fields. Next, let's see the test case generator agent in action. In this first scenario, we'll see how the test case generator agent can create test cases from a well-structured product requirement doc. We're working with a clearly defined requirement for searching for a product on Apple's website and adding it to the cart. This PRD includes all the essentials, such as feature descriptions, expected behaviors, functional requirements, and acceptance criteria. Once uploaded, the AI agent begins analyzing the document. In just seconds, it generates test cases for a variety of scenarios, like product search, navigation, customization, and more, without the manual effort of pouring through lengthy documentation. And it doesn't stop at the obvious. The agent also identifies potential edge cases based on the context in the PRD, scenarios that often get missed during manual test case creation. Each test case comes fully populated with all key fields: description, preconditions, test steps, and expected results, creating comprehensive and effective test cases. You can quickly review the generated test cases, make inline edits as needed, and add selected cases to your folders, all within the same workflow. This AI-driven process transforms hours of test case writing into just a few minutes. Now let's look at how AI-assisted workflows offer even more flexibility. Say you want to generate only functional test cases from the same PRD. Simply upload the document and enter a prompt. For example, generate only functional test cases. The agent will tailor the output to your request, analyzing both the prompt and the document to produce precise, relevant test cases that match your intent. In reality, teams often deal with fragmented, ambiguous requirements, PRDs missing key elements like user personas, clear goals, or acceptance criteria. In this example, we've uploaded one such unstructured document. Despite the lack of clarity, the test case generator agent analyzes the available information, understands the underlying intent, fills in the gaps, and generates well-structured, comprehensive test cases within seconds. Even when the inputs are messy, the output is clean, actionable, and test-ready. This is just the beginning. The test case generator agent isn't limited to structured product docs. It's built to understand requirements wherever they live. From Jira stories to Confluence docs to design files, multilingual inputs, and more. Our AI is designed to handle the real-world messiness of modern product development. Because test cases shouldn't depend on perfect documentation. They should adapt to the way your team actually works. With the test case generator agent, teams are creating test cases up to 90% faster and improving test coverage by over 50%. That means faster releases, fewer bugs, and more confidence with every deployment. BrowserStack is reimagining test management with best-in-class AI agents, making test creation and execution faster, smarter, and future-ready.
All right, that was a quick overview of the test case generator agent. Next, we will see how it has helped one of our customer Currys in accelerating their business outcomes.
Using BrowserStack test management on a day-to-day basis is our default go-to. It's our single source of truth for the team on how the functionality, the testing is going. My name's Greg Ward. I'm Principal Quality Manager for Currys PLC. We work predominantly in the UK and the Nordics. We are an electronics and white goods sales company. We sell online and we have stores as well. Prior to working with BrowserStack, we faced some pretty severe pain points. We have some teams working with an Excel spreadsheet on their local machines where we wouldn't see how the testing was progressing until the end. It was a very waterfall mentality. The main thing that I was looking for when I was looking for a solution at Currys was the transparency. We wanted standardized transparency and real-time results. BrowserStack ticked all those boxes. We recently introduced BrowserStack AI, and what we've noticed is the increase in coverage, but the real saving is how quickly we can create the test cases. By using the BrowserStack AI features, we've seen test cases increase by fourfold. If I had to nail down what makes BrowserStack a test manager, apart from others, is its integration and its ease of use. It's very intuitive to use, and even our stakeholders who are non-technical can easily manage it and find the information they need. The migration to BrowserStack went a lot better than what I was expecting. We had a massive zip file of Excel files, which was over 200,000 test cases. And BrowserStack supported us through every step of that and manually came on, joined us on team meetings, walked us through how to do it. And honestly, we've not lost a single test case. So the dashboards out the box are very useful. But what's really useful to me is being able to tweak and be able to highlight in and then zoom in and go into that detail as well, right from the dashboards. And also by using the test management tool where we collate all our information in the same place and being able to export that and use that test evidence to gain greater confidence and less risk. So much to say that our average deployment cycle now has increased by 4 times. Where we were releasing one time a 2-week sprint, we are now on average deploying 4 times a sprint. It's that single source of truth that everyone can refer to. And that's a really powerful tool for us. It removes a lot of dead time people chasing information to know the quality of what we're producing. And that's all down to BrowserStack test management.
Well, that was one of our success stories with BrowserStack test management. Now we will move to the Q&A session.
Yeah, Supratim. So we have few questions here. Let me pick up few questions and answer. An anonymous attendee has asked, can it then generate and automate tests based on the test scenarios generated? Yes. While I was actually taking you through the presentation, I mentioned this, that our low-code automation agent helps you automate the test quickly, either from the manual test that you have written on the test, our test management tool, or the AI test cases that are generated through our TCG. There is a flow that will directly help you automate all these test scenarios. Okay, next, Rick Smith is asking, what is the pricing model for AI? Are these tool or agents available on a specific pricing plan? Okay, Rick, you could go through our pricing page. It is very much mentioned there. While we have a Team Pro, and Ultimate plan, each of these plans have a 90-day free trial period for all our AI agents. So irrespective of which plan you choose or the freemium plan that you go through, you will have access for about 90-day AI access. But AI plan is only available with our Ultimate plan. Okay, another attendee has asked, you showed a demo in the video of the AI using a text requirements document. Can the AI use graphical wireframes to generate test cases? Thanks for this question. Currently, we support Excel, PDF, Jira, and other inputs, images as well. We are working where you could use Figma files as an input, where it could have any kind of a graphical wireframes or any other flowcharts that are part of your this thing. Flowcharts and wireframes can be very much a part of your doc file or PDF. It will still take the context of the flowchart or the wireframes that you are given in the PDF format. but we are soon going to come live with a Figma integration where you can completely integrate the entire Figma file of that particular product requirement document. Okay. Is your AI agent going to work only with Jira? There's also another related question that I would want to answer, which Ian Hopkins has asked. I can see you have mentioned Jira as a source for requirements. Does it also integrate with other tools such as ADO, or is it limited to Jira at the moment? Currently, we support Jira because most of our clients use Jira as their project management tool and all other flows. But we also understand a lot of people use Asana or Azure DevOps as their particular flows. We are working on that, and soon we would be coming up with ADO integration and also Asana integration. We are currently planning on that particular things. Okay. Eleonora has asked, when AI agents auto update or duplicate test, is there versioning in place to track these changes back to the original test plan? Thank you very much for this question, Eleonora. Yes, there is very much there. So the flow completely shows you what two versions are actually compared and found to be duplicates of each other, and allows you to go with one particular version, and it completely replaces the previous version with the current one. So you can track which is the version that you have archived and which is the version that you are going forward with. That is a very intuitive flow, and you can use it very easily. Okay. In your AI agents, Eleonora also has asked, in your AI agents roadmap, how do you plan to handle synchronization between test data generation and test execution? Specifically, can the test data generator agent ensure the generated data sets remain consistent across different environments and avoid flakiness when combined with the test selection agent? Yes, this is how we have exactly planned this. Once we come out with the test data generator agent, you would clearly understand how we have managed this. We are currently building that particular flow. I'm really curious to get your feedback once we actually release this. Okay, there's one question saying that deduplication agent, is that for manual tests? Yes, this is for manual test. This we have answered. I would like to know which subscription packages for the low code automation option. Does it work well on Windows? I was only able to try it on Mac. Yes, it does work on Windows as well, Rebecca. I would say you can go through the subscription packages that are there on our website. Why don't you actually start with a freemium package and actually see how our low code automation works? That is very much possible. And I hope you really love it and you completely use that. Uh, Can the test management tool be used via API for both card operations and also test execution tracking? Thank you. Yes, you can manage the entire test management tool through our APIs. Please go through our documentation and see how you could actually integrate it. Somebody is asking about the price. Please go through our pricing page. Please feel free to put on the chat window. One of our sales agent would actually call to you and help you with that. Does this integrate with Trello? Good question. I would say that as a part of Jira integration, this should be possible, but not primarily with Trello. But if that is a need, please drop us a feedback note. We would definitely consider integrating with Trello. I saw the Figma icon in the list of products this system supports. Could you explain how the system works with Figma? Victor, as I just said, that we are actually working on the flow. Uh, I can just give you a brief example. Every Figma file that you open can be used as an input as a part of the input collection. Like while you attach your PRD, while you integrate your Jira project board, while you add your Confluence link on which the entire details of the product requirement document is there, you could just add a Figma link, and our AI agent will read the entire Figma file and get the context, add the context to the Jira and the Confluence you are already added, and the other images and the Excel files you have added, and build an overall context of the product requirement document that you have built, and then later come out with the test cases. That'll be really an interesting flow. I would want you to use it once we release that. How do you measure accuracy, Mike? Very good question, Mike. While our team really does a lot of testing ourselves and how accurate our things are, we have pretty much rigorous process in measuring this accuracy. We have been very critical on how accurate these tests are. Probably in some other session, we can help you out how we measure the accuracy of your tests. But yeah. In my brief knowledge of LLM models, I have encountered hallucinations. How common or non-existent are those in generation of the test? Sahar, actually a very good question, I would say. So when we actually say that currently we are at 91% accuracy, and our target is about 97% accuracy, since we use third-party AI tools, hallucination is very much possible with a lot of LLM models. But our training and a rigorous use of these models help decrease the hallucination as much as possible. Because the more and more context you give, the less for that particular product requirement, the lesser and lesser chances for the LLM to hallucinate happens. Also understand that we are building a conversational reinforcement flow. That basically means that while you can prompt the entire, while you can prompt to generate a particular test case in a particular way that you want, we also enable to reprompt and redefine how you want the test cases. So if you say that we generate about 10 to 15 test cases, that you find one of these two test cases are not as much as like not up to the mark or something that you actually like and you want us to revisit, that flow is very much possible. We are soon going to come up with that particular flow where you would say that, okay, a part of this is fine. 9 out of this 10 test cases generated are really good. I just want the last test cases to be revisited or probably adjusted, add more depth into that particular thing. Reprompting is one feature that really excited to launch soon.
There are a couple of questions around the recording of the session. So the recording will be made available to everyone after the session.
Thanks, Apratim. Hi, can you explain how BrowserStack AI is better than other AI example, ChatGPT, Copilot? I understand this question. These are about the generic generative AI tools that are there in the market. Uh, you have to understand most of these tools have been trained for generic usage purpose. Though you would get enough time to play around that, you would understand that a lot of training is needed for your ChatGPT or any other tool to understand the entire scenario of the context of what kind of test cases need to be generated. You would have to go to multiple exercises to make understand your agent the exact purpose or the kind of test cases and the best practices that are followed. We at BrowserStack make assure that all that pre-training is done and the best test cases as an output comes out at every time that you use our tool. So please feel free. Actually, go ahead, use our freemium tool, see the difference. I'm sure you'll find a major difference in the output, what you generate in ChatGPT and what you generate on our test case generator. Can the agent create Gherkin format test cases? Yes, very much. Mike, we have recently introduced the output BDD format, not just as test cases, we also provide test cases in the BDD format. Sita Muthuraman says, can it update the existing test cases for every enhancement in a sprint? Sita, that's exactly what the test maintenance agent is going to be. I'm sure you gonna love it when we actually release this. And by the end of this year or something, we would be live with test case maintenance agent, and this is one of the flow that we are working on.
We have quite a few questions here, Rahul. Let's pick up a couple of more questions over the next 5 minutes or so.
Is this model support generate test cases just by passing Jira ticket number? Yes, it could take just a Jira ticket number, also your entire Jira board. This is answered. Is this meeting duration? We can then have a dashboard which shows the status of the executed scenarios. How long or do you have extent we use the free? Okay, one of the user asked for how long and what extent can we use the free version. Uh, I should say you can use the AI free version of the test plan or the test pro plan for 90 days, as I mentioned. For the freemium plan, as much as you can use the freemium plan, you can it will be valid. The AI plan also will be valid into that particular thing. At this moment, what AI agents are ready to be used? We saw manual test creation using AI. When the others will be ready? Thank you. As I told, we have currently test case generator that is live. We have low code automation tool that is live. We also have test failure analysis agent that is live as a part of our test reporting and analysis agent. We would be soon launching the deduplication agent, probably in a few weeks of time. Then you would be seeing our test data generator agent, and then you would be seeing our test maintenance agent. In the same order that I have told you, probably in a quarter, this is what you are going to see as an output. Could this AI agent make requirement testing and suggest if there are errors or weak places in the requirements? Paulina, good question. This is one of the things that we debated a lot, and while we were making, if you had seen the demo also, irrespective of how well the PRD document is written or not, we would want to cover as much as possible the entire set of requirements. So traceability is going to be one of our important aspect, and we would keep improving on that particular aspect also. I answered this. Cool. I guess a lot of questions are repetitive in nature, but let me pick if I see something new.
So Rahul, we have another.
Gaston has asked, this is probably the last question. Is it possible to limit the amount of test cases just to cover happy path, for example? Yes, Gaston, through the prompting, you could actually limit, you could actually instruct our AI to just cover only the happy path of that, and look what results you'll get. Hope you like the output there. Cool. I'm done. Thank you very much. I'm sure there are a lot of questions. We will try to answer this, and I hope I answered most of the questions. If not, we'll try to see how we could answer these questions through our FAQ pages. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rahul, for answering all the questions. We have quite a few questions left. We'll see how we can get back to you on them. This we come to the end to this webinar. We hopefully the session was insightful to everyone, and we look forward to having you in our next webinar. Thank you, everybody, for joining in.